back to the channel and yet another video. Today we're doing another DIY project, and the DIY project is to replace this table. It's fastened to the floor on two legs. It is a little bit wobbly when it's there, and with it being so big it is also quite in the way, if you know what I mean. Especially when you're having dinner. Obviously getting up to some of the cupboards here when this table's up is a problem, and also when you're moving around when you're on site, it is a bit of a pain in the backside. Now this fits onto a false floor, the table legs, which I'll show you in a minute, and to be honest, when you're moving around the table does wobble around quite a lot. I think it's the floor flexing. So I've decided that what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace it with two small swivel tables. Well, as you can see, the table when it's up, it is quite difficult to get to the cupboards, like I said in previously. And when we've got pebbles on the stand there, getting around the table to come down in towards the kitchen, it can be a bit of a pain. So what we've decided we're going to do, we've got two round swivel tables. We're going to fit one on a bracket off the piece of wood down here, so it comes up here and across, and then we're going to get another one, second one, and I'm going to mount it off the board there, just here, so it goes up to here, and then obviously Hazel will be got a table and I'll be got a table as well. I'll be able to use it for dinner and for also editing when I'm sitting in the driver's seat. And it's fast. This one is fastened in with the two. I might be got to say this wrong, but it's Aquila legs, which are there, screw into the table. And this floor is quite flexy. So when you're working on it, I don't know if you can see that table moving. It does wobble around quite a bit. So the legs we bought are called Sure Just cranked aluminium swivel table legs with mounting brackets, and on this bracket it's got loads of like little ridges where you can see in the video there, and you've got two mounting brackets, one for the leg itself fastens to the side of the seat benches, and then another one like that goes on the top for the table to fasten onto. The table we bought is a 600mm round table. The product link for these will be in the description below. It's from a company called Clear Cut Conversions in Barnstaple, North Devon. We have bought these. We're not sponsored by them, but that's where we got them from for anybody else that wants to do the same in their motorhome or even caravan. So let's get on and have a look, see how we can get it done. So this is the brackets we're fitting, and as you can actually see the grooves in that bracket which grip onto the leg, and this is like a little ratchet where you press the button in, pull the handle out, and you can put the handle to any position you want and use that to tighten it up. And we're going to put this bracket somewhere there. It's going to have to be a bit higher than that. It's probably going to have to be around about there. We've just got to measure it up first, but that's where the bracket's going to go, and the table leg will go up and over to sit in the seat. Right, let's get some measurements done and we'll take it from there. Now I've got the old trusty spirit level out. Where I'm parked at home, I am on a slight slope, as you can see. It is not quite level, so I do need to compensate with the bracket. But then my theory is it's going to be against this piece here anyway, so hopefully that will be the same angle when putting the spirit level up. Let's have a look. Yeah, the spirit level is just slightly to the line this side, so we're going to make sure that the table's the same when it's upright. What sort of a temporary fix at the moment. It isn't fastened in anywhere yet. Just looking to see how it goes. The table is quite high so I may have to shorten the longer part of the arm of the bracket down here somewhere, but I've decided to put the bracket about 10 centimeters above the floor, so then if necessary then it can be raised up a fraction more if it ever needs to be, or it can be lowered when it's not in use. So we'll see how we go with that. That's the tabletop just temporarily rested on as well, so you can get the idea. Right, let's go about drilling the holes for it then. So strip the bracket down now. I have got it pressed against that wood. I have just put the spirit level on it, and the bubble is slightly to this way, so I'm going to presume that's straight. All we've got to do now is mark the 4 holes and drill the holes. So what I'm going to do is measure 10 centimeters up, put a little dot. That's the level it's going to be. So about there. Just mark 4 dots now where I need to drill the holes. Time to drill the first hole. I will struggle with the 2 bottom holes here, so obviously getting the drill in by the side of this seat here is going to be a bit difficult, so I might have to drill the holes for that side, for this from the other side through. I'll see how we go in a minute. Time to drill this first hole at the top. Drill even it's that one as we speak as well. Just take a time. First hole drilled. See if I can get through it all. Drill it in. That's the 2 holes drilled at the top. Crikey, it's just missed that plastic screw there that has cover. Let's see how we go. Temporarily fit the top 2 bolts for a minute now then. And as you can see, these brackets, they are slightly different in sizes, so the bolts I'm using will be quite far too long for this side, but when I do the one on the other side, it's going through 2.5 skins, so it's going to have to be these ones will have to be cut down a little bit. And what I'm using are these coach bolts, the head. So let's see how we go. Top 2. Make sure they go through. Yeah, that one goes in. That one goes in. And this is where I find out whether I've drilled it in the right place or not. So right, that's the top 2 bolts pushed in. All it is a matter now is put in the washer and the bolt on this side. I'm going to temporarily fasten it down for now. So right, we've got the 3 holes done. Let's give these bolts a try. First one in, that's what I've just done. Second one in. Will it line up? Yeah, it does line up. It's a little bit tight, but I should be able to screw that through. I should have a screwdriver to get that through. As yet, I ain't got the bolts on the back. Just put the screws through, just for now. Right, now I have to figure out how to do this 4th bolt. I may have to use a smaller drill bit and just hang along at the hole, I think. Let that one go. Yeah, that one will fit better. Let's just do that. Does that come through? Yeah, that's through now. So I should be able to drill now with the original drill bit through from the other side. Happy days. Let's have a look at that down there. Went to come through down there, look. I'll just hope I can get the drill in this side now. Well, I did have to screw that fourth bottom screw in because it was at a bit of an angle, but it has gone in, it's gone up proud. As you can see, all 4 bolts are through now. So now, time to put some washers on. Put the bigger washers at the back, like that. And the nuts and bolts on, nuts on. Try not to drop them like I just did. Well, that's all 4 bolts fastened in now, as you can see there. And it's just a matter then of getting the bracket with the slider into the groove. There, like that. Putting the ratchet handle in. Just tighten it up a little bit for a minute. Cleaning the mess up, and then I'll put the table leg in first so you can see. Got to undo that a bit. That'll drop down. Just undo it a little bit and you can twist it round to wherever you want it. And as you can see, the ratchet, the grooves corresponding to the grooves at the back of the other bracket, and you just tighten it up to wherever you want it. Press this button in. I'll pull the handle out a little bit on this one, and you can put the handle to wherever you want it so it's out your way. We'll leave that there for now. Now do the tabletop. I've just placed that into the middle of the table. Just do around the bracket. Just put 4 screws in. That's moved. Let's do 2 of them. I am going to do 2 little tiny pilot holes as well with a small drill bit. I'm just going to use 4 self-tapping screws for this. Also remember, when you're putting anything onto tabletops like brackets or anything else, always make sure you measure the thickness of the bracket, thickness of the table, so your screws don't come through on the other side. Luckily I've done it right. Now I've reassembled the bracket now so it's all made up. I'm going to slide it upside down so you can actually see how it slides in on the table, and this table can also be turned at different angles as well. So when it's not in use, it could actually be either taken out completely, which is what I thought, or when I'm travelling we could just loosen them off slightly so they turn. With both of them, and it could go away there, and it'll be out the way. Right, the next table is one for Hazel. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult because the bracket's going to be up here somewhere, and we've got quite a lot of going on behind the back of here, so I'm going to have to strip all that out, that box section out. You've got the radiator in there, so I've got to be careful. I'll get it all marked up and drilled up, and I'll come back to you when I've got the bracket on. That's Hazel's bracket in place now, all sorted out, all fastened up and tightened up. Just a matter of now putting the table leg in and the table on, and then putting the other one over, so we've got 2 tables so you can see what it looks like. Well, that's both tables in place. One for myself, one for Hazel, and I said the fully adjustable on height and that. So at least now we can go get in between them and go into the cupboards and work around them. And the finished articles, both tables in place. One for myself, one for Hazel. Both be able to use them for dinners, using the laptops on, everything else. It's got to be better than and more stable than the original table. Yeah, really pleased with these 2 tables. Like how they've gone in position. At least we can move around now. And that, as I said before, links to these are in the description below. Give them a call. They are very, very helpful there down there at Clear Cut Conversions as well. Highly recommend them. So if you like what you saw, please like, share, subscribe. Until the next one, guys, we'll say bye bye for now. Bye bye.